Alright, I said I'd make a video on this, and here I am, living up to my promise, making a video on how to you know, like hit stuff with a plane without actually hitting it. It's pretty advanced, brah. So, you know, with that opening cinematic, some of you might be really confused, like, whoa, brah, is he modding or something like that, dude? I'm gonna cut it with the surfer bro stuff. So, if you know me, or you've seen some of my other video on it, or, you know, like any other video, you've seen it before, but I said I'd make a guide, and it didn't really fit in with the Pyrom video, so here it is, standalone video, baby. Alright, what is latency smacking? How latency smacking? Where did it come from? Where did babies come from? All these questions and more answered on today's episode of... So what exactly is it? We'll answer that question first just to make sense. So essentially, this thing would happen where, you know, you would crash into somebody and it wouldn't kill you, but it would kill them as if you, like, did shoot them or something like that, or did crash into them. And this is basically, me weaponizing that. Because I don't got much else to do in this stupid freaking game, okay? I'm making stuff up at this point. So, you're actually very familiar with latency if you played GTA for any amount of time. Have you ever run into somebody with a car and they do a little spinny, bloody animation and they just walk it off like nothing happened? Or have you ever been flying around with your friend in a plane and suddenly he starts freaking out as if you're crashing into something, but on your screen, you're flying whoop-de-dandy-doo, and suddenly he's like, oh, you crashed for a second. Well, that is latency. That's what we're going to be using to kill people, to end lives, or throw cars to end lives.
I can't wait till Valentine's Day because I'm just gonna literally just annoy the shit out of.
What was that? Did you scream right?
With the way the game works, because it's a peer-to-peer sort of connection, there is essentially a projection of you in other people's game worlds. Now the projection is basically one-to-one, and of course allows you to feel like other players are right there with you, as in, you know, they are within the realm of the game world. But there is a bit of delay. Every now and then, when you're moving at especially high speed, the game can have a little bit of trouble keeping up with where you are on other people's games, and vice versa. So, I mean, with this, you could essentially just kamikaze infinitely, and that's a lot more damage than just a missile, right? So, I practiced it. And I kept trying, and eventually, it actually started working. And I can do it a lot now, so... let me go through and cohesively try and show you the easiest ways of getting latency smacking done, and then we'll just talk about it. We'll just a couple of guys, couple dudes, couple individuals, just a round table discussion. You know, firstly, how do you most effectively do this? Well, the general concept is a high-speed swing. I guess the best visualization is imagine there's a ball and chain trailing behind your aircraft, or a trailer hitch behind a truck. So, with momentum and with speed, you want to use this delay to essentially swing it outward. The faster and harder you move, the more your projection will swing away from you on another person's client side. This is your weapon. This is what you want to strike with, your holy sword. And that's pretty much the long and short of it. And you can do this with any aircraft or any vehicle whatsoever. You just need speed and maneuverability. The Pyro is, ironically, the best plane for it. I didn't even pick it on purpose. But because the Pyro is so reactive, but consistently fast, even at low speed, you can use that rudder in that elevator to get right out of the way and deliver a harsh blow. And there are some practical uses. I mean, I don't even think I need to give you any. Trust me, it's really fun. Once you start latency smacking people, you kind of will have a hard time stopping once you start pulling it off. But, you know, in an actual fight, there's not really many situations where it wouldn't be better to just hit them with a missile. But the situations do exist. I have found the greatest strength of this is God Mode Speedos. Because God Mode Speedos are, of course, invincible to explosives, and MGing them is possible, but it's not easy or very safe. So, using the good old swing-a-ling-a-ding-a-ding, you can throw them into the ocean or throw them into a pole or just throw them in general.
Are you good? Random Mark II coming over there.
Fucking Cutler. Cutler, yes. With the fucking aliens reference.
Or you can, you know, corkscrew it up in the air and get it against a wall so that way your buddy can get shot out of his MOC. Doesn't always work out that great. It's also a pretty nice way to kill helicopters. Like, it's my favorite way to kill thrusters, because thrusters can be an absolute pain because MGing them is kind of hard and they can just fly straight and be invincible to missiles. I mean, you can just fly through them as well, and it's satisfying. Like, in general, if you want to practice this and get good at it, just practice on police helicopters, but make sure you're near other people, because of course this is a client-side thing, so you can have someone in your co-pilot or whatever. As long as you're in render distance of another player, latency smacks will work. But if you're not, you won't be able to do it. So, yeah, I mean, that's it really. And you know, I don't like giving this stuff away that much, but kind of the beauty of latency smacking is it's not really something that a score warrior or a KD warrior could use, right? This is why I'm like so happy to show it off to everybody, because it's like, you have to be willing to die to do this. You have to put your life on the line. Oh, you could make your playing God mode, but then it's just hitting stuff, you know, who cares? Because practicing this, you will die a lot. And you will fail, and you will latency smack yourself all the time in the most embarrassing way possible. It is wonderful. You truly have to let go to live, right? And that's what's so great about it. Like, this just isn't something that'll fit in with a nasty kind of player MO. Oh, and also, it's, with next gen, because the servers are so much better, you generally have a harder time doing it, but it's still on next gen. But for a while, I just told my friends that it wasn't there, so they'd stop bothering me with it, because, you know, it's great how people tend to think that the best time to latency smack you is when you're waiting on a vehicle to spawn in. So, you know, some people started having to find out while fucking around. But yeah, just be ready to, just be ready to start dodging a lot of planes if you're showing your buddies this. And just the last thing, a little bonus thing. I asked Canuck to take some recordings of it from third person, and I didn't realize how fucking terrifying it looks. Yeah, like, holy shit. Like, for me, I just fly by them and the car goes flying, and I think it's kind of funny. For them, I'm like a little beam of destruction. Yeah, thank you for watching. I just wanted to share that. Thank you for coming to my show and tell, my TED Talk.
I'm just chilling. Fucking cockler. I almost had it.
Let me tell you a story. Back when I was a gunnery officer, I had to aim at an enemy ship 30 kilometers away in the middle of a storm. Let's have him assist in the next plan. Fellow submariners, a single shell will save 10 million lives.